Hi guys, welcome to Real Talk, the Sunny podcast. On this episode, we're going to be discussing how easy it is to be a cheater. I feel like I have figured it out in the most simplest way, in a way that women can personally understand. So before I get into it, since I seem to throw in astrology, tarot, psychology, esoteric, all that stuff into my conversations here on the podcast, I want you guys to know with full disclosure, I am not a professional astrologer. I'm not a psychologist. I'm a psychic who can channel messages from spirit. I get visions and all that good stuff. So I want to tell you guys this ahead of time. So with free will, you guys can decide on your own if you want to continue listening or not. Okay. So with that being said, cheating. Okay. So I'm always, and obviously like the way I feel or think about this topic is not going to resonate with all women. But I just feel like I have figured it out in a way that most women can relate to. Not all women, but I think most women. So I've never understood this whole cheating thing. Like, yeah, I've understood it in the way that we've been taught to understand that, like, you know, guys just can't control themselves. They have needs, you know, they have a dick. And that's just something we as women don't have, right? And even though there's women out there who are cheaters or who actually may have this issue themselves, infidelity, right? I think if we're talking about general energy, a majority of men can't keep their dick in their pants, right? I feel like it's also one of our fears as women, whether we like to admit it or not, because then I feel like it's like then the ball's in their park if we say this out loud. But there is this fear of, are they really going to commit to me? Can I trust them? And it's like, I feel like low key, like we do not trust them. We do not trust them for a hot minute. I think there's been men out there that we've come across where we're like, we know they wouldn't cheat on us. And I don't know how to explain that knowing, but I think you guys will if you've ever come across a guy like this, where you just know, like, if you were to ever give this guy a shot or a chance, like, you know that they would treat you right. You know that they wouldn't cheat on you, right? So I think not that we would know this for a fact, but I think we can just feel whether it's really our overthinking, our paranoia versus our intuition. I really do. I mean, yeah, there's that fine line we need to keep in mind, right? Like maybe it is all in our head. Maybe we are overthinking it. Or, ... is that what they want us to think? The answer is yes. So I don't think every guy is a cheater. I don't think every guy is a bad guy, despite how I definitely come across. I definitely don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think there's really good guys. I think there's faithful guys out there. I think there's loyal guys out there. I just think they're a needle in a haystack. I think they're few in between, far in between. But they're out there. And I think that's all you need to know and believe is that they do exist. And you'll eventually find that guy. I really do. I 1000% believe that. I believe you can manifest that as long as you have faith. So sometimes I think about this. I'm like, by law of attraction, and I've talked about this in other videos on my YouTube channel, maybe the podcast too, I'm not too sure. By law of attraction, if I've never cheated on anybody, if I don't believe in cheating, like, how can I possibly attract these cheater pumpkin eaters? Like, I don't understand. And how I think energy works is if you are something similar to that energy, then you can attract it. So what I mean by that is I always think of energy as a category and a subcategory. So if the category is sports, then the subcategories would be football, baseball, soccer, and the list goes on, right? So I think, let's say if the category is cheating, what would be the subcategory? The subcategories would be relationships, because these are the things you can cheat on. Another subcategory would be food. Another subcategory could be looked at as the law. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't think cheating is so black or white. I think there could be a lot of gray, because I think that's what it is with most everything in this world. That's the secret, is there's more gray than black or white. Everything is not as it may seem. So I thought about this, and I think, if you guys have Mars in Gemini, then you will know what I mean, that you just attract people who are either not out of a relationship fully, or they're out of a relationship, but are they mentally out of it? Like, are they still mourning the loss of that girl? Like, these are Mars and Gemini problems. It could be more so like a Mars and Gemini in 8th house problem. Like, that's me. But I just feel like, I feel like if your Venus is in Gemini, just a personal observation, I feel like it means you probably attract girls in your life that you can't always trust 100%. And like, yeah, we can like turn this around into people in regards to people not believing in astrology, or like people making astrology and a belief system. Like, you could say that with anything, right? That, don't we all know a two-face? And like, yeah, but where are you seeing more of the two-face energy? Are you seeing it more in the workplace? Are you seeing it more at home? Are you seeing it in relationships? Where are you getting backstabbed? And are you getting backstabbed from people close to you, or people at a distance, people, maybe acquaintances? Everybody has a different story. And I think if you guys were to really like think about it, you're going to see how it's playing out. It's not necessarily two faces from all parts of your life. I mean, it really depends. Like, for example, if you have a Mars in Gemini, what other planets is it talking to? So I've noticed that chicks with Venus in Gemini, they attract chicks that may not always have their back. And that's not to say that Geminis are two faces, but there is some type of duality that does go on in your guys' natal chart and your progress chart, wherever Gemini is. And it doesn't necessarily mean two-faced, but it does mean duality, 1,000%. Hence, the twins being the Gemini glyph. So the cheater, I think about this and I'm like, well, I've never cheated on people, although I should have, could have. I think about food. I cheat on food all the time. Like, I cheat on myself with like these false promises, like, like, okay, I'm going to eat better today. No joke. Like, I'm serious. Like, and I feel like this is how it works with guys. Now, just hear me out where I'm going with this. Like, I want to make it clear. I'm not making excuses for guys. I'm not saying that this is okay. I believe in this, or this is exactly how it works for guys. But I see how that behavior, that cheating behavior with guys is, like, I see where it shows up in my life, but with food. Like, I literally cannot commit to myself on these promises. Like, Sunny, Monday starts a new day. We are a new person, and we are no longer going to eat the shitty foods we shouldn't be eating. We're not going to fast food. No. You're going to be organic now. As if that makes you healthy. Well, you know what I mean by that. So I think about these false promises I tell myself all the time, like, you're going to do it this time. You really are. And you're going to just buy the food at the food store, and you're going to cook, and you're going to buy things with, less fatty ingredients or less whatever, whatever's healthy. I don't know. And then I usually don't follow through. I just can't help myself. To that. delicious fucking cheeseburger. I can't help myself to that Big Mac. Ooh-wee. I can't help myself to those salty fries with ketchup. Now, I feel like this is how it is with guys and their dicks when they see a girl with big titties and a little waist. Like, they can't, just one more time, Joe. She'll never know. She doesn't have to know because we are a new guy starting Monday. I swear to you guys. Like, obviously it's not like this word for word, but I think it's like after they get their dick wet, they do whatever. It's like, then all of a sudden they start coming back to their senses and they're like, okay. They start coming up with a plan, like, we can't keep doing this to Mary. It's just not right. She's a good person, and I see a future with her. And eventually one day I'll probably get caught. Like I can't keep doing this. This will just blow up in my face, right? Because these guys who cheat, they do think like this. Like, they know, like, come to their senses after the deed is done. And but they're enjoying themselves when they do it. I mean, they won't tell you that. They won't tell you that. They won't, like, yeah, instead you may get a sappy, like, I did it because it gave me confidence again. That's if they get caught. And then they got to think of some sad lie that would psychologically still keep you, or at least hope that it would keep you. And it's like, I would have just preferred the lie at this point. Like, I would have preferred not the lie, but like more of a manly answer. You know what I mean? Like, I slipped. I'm sorry. Like, instead of some type of thing like, it made me feel like a man again. I was getting the attention of another woman and I felt good by it. It's like, bro, you get attention from us all the time. What the fuck are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense. You just wanted to get your dick wet. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like, obviously the point of this episode isn't to, I'm not trying to make anybody feel better about it. I'm trying to give you a different perspective as to how it could be. Because I don't know about you guys. To me, I would just like, I would not be able to understand this concept. Like, okay, yeah, like you just want to fuck anything that you can. Something that looks hot, you just want to bang it. And it's like, the answer is yes, ladies. The answer is yes. But I couldn't process that part because I know for us, getting dick is nothing. Like, we could do that if we really wanted to. And they know this too. And I almost feel like this is also what leads up to the cheating. But that's just me personally. If we really wanted dick, like if we wanted that, we could do that several times a day with several different strangers. Like, are you kidding me? And then probably have one of those guys end up being our boyfriend. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it is so easy for us to get this. And guys, being guys, know this. And I feel like when they're with a woman that offers a lot of things, this is in the back of their mind and it makes them insecure. Like, well, she could just do this and get it. And, maybe she does for all I know. I'll never know. I really do feel like this is how guys think. And therefore, it kind of like subconsciously leads up to them acting like they don't give a fuck when they cheat on us. Like, I really do. Like, oh, she's probably doing it too. I don't think it's just excuses just so they could do the dirty deed. I really think in the back of their mind, not that they're always wondering if we're cheating or not, but like, would she? Because they know we could. They know we could. Like, we don't have to have any exes in our phone. Oh my God, it could be like, give us a brand new phone, no contacts, and at the end of the day, it'll be full. Like, don't worry about it. Like, if we wanted to, but a majority of us aren't like that. But I feel like they don't accept that. I think they have that, like, a guy thinking like a guy mentality. Like, because if they could, they would, like if they could just get a brand new phone, no contacts, and each day know with confidence that they could get any vagina they wanted, they would. But it's like they can't do that. Or at least I just feel like it's A, usually no, B, it would be with someone they would not be proud of, like regarding the topic of can they get anybody any day if they just wanted to bang someone. It's like, well, yeah, but they may not be too proud. So I never really mentally understood like why would you do, like why? But when I think of it this way with food, it's like I don't want to eat this food. I mean, like, yeah, it's tempting. It's temptation, right? Like the cheeseburger, the ice cream, it's it's gonna be, wait, what does my uncle say? A moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. And it's like it's not gonna deter me enough from having that cheat day. There's gonna be a cheat day. Like I need to fulfill those wants, not a need, right? But a want. Because it's not like I'm starving. It's not like I don't have food already at home. I have food and I can make like healthier versions of the junk food, right? Sorry. But sometimes it just doesn't fulfill you. You know what And I feel like this is what does it for the insecure men. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think a confident man, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't think a confident man would cheat. I don't. And what I mean by that is I think a man could be confident, but if he's insecure about anything in the relationship, such as what is the girl doing when I'm not around, or where is this relationship going? Like if there's anything at all that is unstable in the relationship, but or the guy's life in general, then I feel like he will do something that is insecure, which is cheating. Because I don't feel like a secure man would cheat. I just don't. I think there's got to be something going on that's insecure either in his life or in the relationship somewhere, somehow. I don't think all men are cheaters. I don't think that like all good-looking women are cheaters, and I don't think all good-looking men are cheaters. I just think I don't buy it. In fact, I think, I don't know how it works for the men, so I can't speak for him. But for them, sorry. But I would say that as, I'm not like drop dead gorgeous, but like as a not bad looking chick, I would say we don't get as much attention. Or I should say we don't get the attention that we want from individuals like we would prefer. I guess I could phrase it like that. But we know that we could, if we wanted to, do whatever with that. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, I'm trailing off. So I don't feel like all good-looking women and all good-looking men are automatically players or cheaters, is my point. I think that that if you're truly confident, then you wouldn't dabble. You just wouldn't. It's just like with the food. If I were confident that I am a strong individual, I am healthy now, I eat healthy. I make healthy choices. Like, there wouldn't be this little bit of fear in the back of my mind, I guess is my point. And it is. It stems from fear that I'm going to make the same mistake again, that I'm going to cheat on myself, and then I'm going to be dissatisfied with the situation because I didn't stick to my word and I'm not getting the results I want, yada, yada, yada. I feel like the same could be said about cheaters, men that cheat. I really do. And I think the ones who do cheat wouldn't be able to recognize the patterns. I really don't. And maybe if they do, then, that's great. But like, but also if they're continuing to do it, then, I don't know. That raises a bunch of other red flags, to be honest. But yeah, so this was just my random thought. I wanted to discuss that. I think even though I'm not trying to really heal anybody's situations out there, I think I'm just giving you guys food for thought as to how easy it can be, but based off of what? An insecurity. I just don't buy it. I don't buy confident men who are secure within themselves and or the relationship they're in to cheat. I don't. Even the celebrities. No. I don't buy it. So yeah, hopefully I gave you a different way of looking at it. And yeah. All right. Bye, guys.